What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Holler. My name is Kevin. Today we're going to be cooking a rack of pork. But before we get to that, I want to give a big shout out to the guys over at Grilla Grills. They sent me some of their rub and their sauce for me to try out. So on this rack of pork, that's all we're going to put on it today. We're going to use their rub, which is just their all-purpose rub. That's supposed to be good on pork, chicken, beef. And then we're going to finish it off with a glaze of their barbecue sauce. So sit right there and we're going to test this stuff out. Alright, for our rack of pork, once again, I went back to Costco. They have these. They haven't had them in a while. I've been looking for one every time I go in there. This is an excellent piece of meat. If you ever find one, you should get one and try it out. What this is basically your baby backs that's still attached to your pork loin. So this one was $3.29 a pound. It weighs right at 6 pounds, so it costs $19.84. It has 8 bones, so this will basically make 8 chops after it's all done. So I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the package and get it trimmed up and show you how we're going to season it. Alright, I got our rack of pork all trimmed up. What I did was, it didn't need too much, but it had quite a bit of fat running through here. So I went ahead and trimmed that down. I did leave a little bit just to help with the cook. And then on the back, basically where the ribs are, I went ahead and removed the membrane, just like you would normally do when you're doing ribs. So like I said, the only thing I'm going to put on these things today is Grilla Grills all-purpose rub. I want to try it out and see what it tastes like. So I'm not putting any binders on it or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and get our rub on. Alright, it's all seasoned up. I'm going to let this dude just rest, hang out here for a while the grill gets ready to go, and then we'll get it on. Alright guys, for our cook today, I'm going to be using these new pellets that I got that are supposed to be some of the best out on the market today. It's supposed to be the best for smoke flavor. What I have here is Lumberjack grilling barbecue pellets. This is the Supreme blend. It's a mixture of oak, hickory, and cherry. Now, if you go to the Lumberjack's website, one thing that they talk about is how they make their pellets. I guess a lot of pellet companies just use byproducts from other wood companies, just as sawdust, and supposedly that inner part of the wood doesn't have that much flavor. And what Lumberjack says they do different is they actually manufacture the entire log, which they use the bark included, which I guess has the most smoke flavor. And they're also one of the very few companies where you can get 100% species of whatever wood you're looking for. So for example, if you're looking for hickory, you can get a 100% hickory bag. Except for their blends like this one, which is oak, hickory, and cherry. They combine the 3 different ones. And one thing they talk about in the blend, the way they make it stronger, is oak is going to be your base flavor, or wood, and they actually do debark that one so that it doesn't have as much smoke flavor. But they leave the bark on the hickory and the cherry on this one so that those 2 flavors come out more than the others. So I'll put the link in the description down below if you want to check out their website, check out their pellets. We'll go ahead and get these fired up, and I'll let you know what I think about them. Alright guys, I got the pellet smoker fired up to 275 degrees, but before we get it on there, I want to sear it. So I got my Weber fired up pretty hot right now, and I'm just going to put it on here for a few minutes just to get some nice good grill and brown marks on it. Let's go ahead and get it on there. We'll let it go for a few minutes on that side. and then we'll flip it over. Alright guys, I got it all seared up now. Just did it a few minutes over there just to get some nice good marks on it before we put it on here. So let me go ahead and get it on the silverback, where I got this up to 275 right now. Now we're going to take this up to 145 degrees. So we'll go ahead and get our temp probe in. Right in the center right there. And then once we hit about 140 degrees, we'll go ahead and sauce it up, and then by the time it hits 145, it'll be ready to come off. So guys, while the pork continues to cook, let me show you what else I'm up to. So this week was my oldest 18th birthday, and we're gonna have a party for her tomorrow. And she doesn't like birthday cake, but remember that cream pie that I did a video on? That's what she likes. So let me show you what I did. So she requested a few different ones. We're gonna have a few people over, so I had to make quite a few. See, I got 6 of them here. So the first one was the same one that I made the other day. This is your grasshopper cream pie. And then this one is mixed with Oreos. And then this one is peanut butter. This is what I was talking about in that video, where it's very versatile and you can basically make it whatever you want. I'll put the link right here if you want to check out that video. Guys, let me show you something that I noticed about the Lumberjack pellets. Now, if you look, so the ones on the left are the Lumberjack, and the ones on the right are actually Green Mountain. You can see that the Lumberjacks are quite a bit smaller than the Green Mountain ones. So supposedly that helps them cook better. We'll find out though. Guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over. Just try to even out the cooking a little bit. Look, it's looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Up, we're about 110 right now. Alright guys, our rack of pork is up to 135 degrees, so I want to start glazing it. So what I'm using today is the Grilla Grills thick and bold barbecue sauce that they sent me. It's pretty good. It's got a good smoky flavor to it. Should go pretty good with this pork. So let me go ahead and get that on there. I'll just do one side at a time, and then we'll let it set, then we'll come back and flip it. We just want to get it on there, have a nice glaze. Okay, we'll let this go for a few minutes, and then we'll flip it over and do the other side. Alright, let's go ahead and get the other side. And our rack is already at 140, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this temp probe. We don't need it anymore. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Go ahead and get this flipped over. Go ahead and get it sauced up. We're just going to go ahead and let this sauce set, and then we'll bring it inside, show you what we got. Alright guys, that's it, it's done. Our sauce is set. It's ready to come off. So I'm going to go ahead and get it off. I'll get it inside, let it rest for a little bit, and then we'll cut it up and take a look at it. It's resting right now, guys, but I had to give you a close-up view of this. Look at all that juice running out of there. Man. All right, all in all, this is a pretty good cook. One thing about the Lumberjack pellets that I forgot to mention out there was it was putting off quite a bit of smoke, and it smelled pretty good. So let's go ahead and cut into it, and let's see what we got here. So you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got juices running all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off a couple of them. I'm not going to cut it all the way up because we are eating this tonight, and I don't want it to get cold on everybody. So I'm just going to cut off these two ends. We'll give it a taste test. We'll check out Grilla's rub and barbecue sauce and see what it tastes like. So let me go ahead and cut one off. So this, you just want to cut them just like your baby backs. Go ahead and put this over here. Go ahead and get one more. Let's go ahead and get that up there. You can see the smoke ring in it. Guarantee that. And let's look at that juice right there. Sorry, I got out of the shot real quick. Look at that. That bad boy right there is juicy. Now see, right here, that's basically your rib. So you get a pork chop and you get a little bite of a rib too. Alright, let me go ahead and cut a piece off down here. I'm going to cut this end right here off. It's got some of this bark on it. Right there. Let's see. Yeah, that's juicy. Let me give it a taste real quick. All right, guys, that's good. That rub tastes really good. The barbecue sauce, it's a good barbecue sauce. I can definitely taste the smoke from the Lumberjack pellets. So I'd say the pellets are pretty good. I'd definitely be getting more of those. So that's it, guys. That's our rack of pork. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And always, holler back.